What's up, everybody? We're back with some more Nova Drift.
Nova Drift!
And we got another new build today featuring some of the new content.
Yes.
And I am going to be up front. It's going to feature a new super mod that is probably my new favorite mod in the game. I think it's going to eclipse Essence Sap as my favorite mod. Because it's so fun.
The question is it going to immediately get nerfed because of how good it is?
It's already been mucked around with slightly. There's been new builds. Because this is all on the beta. This is all beta-y stuff. As you know, we play the beta builds. So we need us a railgun.
Because railgun.
Let's go assault body. I feel like that's appropriate for what we want today.
Extra rate of fire.
We're not going to worry about a shield right now.
What? Hey, Lee.
Yeah?
You got 4 levels before you went in here.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying, I don't think I've ever seen Ataraxia just sitting there at the first boss.
Yeah. I scooped up a bunch of levels before I started. I know.
That's nuts.
Alright, so we're going to get rate of fire. We're going to get burst fire. And you can already see the super mod.
Hey, look at
You know what? I'm not even going to mouse over it yet because we're going to be getting it. So, and then we're going to get volley. And then we're going to get focus fire. So now we have all the prerequisites to the super mod.
Also, just look at that. Look at how cool that looks.
Yeah, well, get used to it because it ain't going to look like this in a minute.
So, take a picture to last longer?
Um,
You said get used to it, but then you're saying I'm going to get rid of it. That's the opposite of getting used to it. Don't get used to it.
That's probably what I meant. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging. Hey,
All right.
look.
Super mod Barrage. Plus 25% weapon projectiles. Plus 1 weapon projectile. Plus 7% or plus 7 flat weapon damage for weapons that hit. Your weapon rapidly fires a barrage instead of burst fire or spread, 1 projectile at a time. Your projectiles have lateral divergence, which is affected by weapon spread modifiers. So the higher your weapon spread, the more funky it'll come out. You'll see in a second. Barrage modifies each projectile to have between minus 35 and plus 10% size, blast, velocity, and damage based on the weapon. Typically, higher rate of fire weapons get a better bonus. And then for triggered effects, Barrage counts as firing once. So we're going to get that. And you remember how we fired a second ago? This is how we fire now. We are a machine gun now.
A machine railgun. A Gatling gun.
So we're going to snipe. So I've been futzing around with this build for a while. Because when I first heard of Barrage, this was the build that I thought of. And I'm not unique. Hopping on the Nova Drift Discord, a lot of people thought of this, and it's what everyone dreamed of.
Yes.
So I was curious with how Barrage interacts with Firing Array, so I did what any rational person would do and asked the guy who made the game himself.
Yep.
And he says that it does not work, but it does show up as working in when you pause it and you can look at your stats, but the stats are known liars.
All right then.
So food for thought. We're gonna get Warpath.
Firing Array is not a talent that Lee normally takes, so for those of you who aren't necessarily aware of it, normally what it does is it takes the middle projectile of your spread shot and makes the middle projectile stronger.
Yes.
But since he's got Barrage, he no longer has a typical spread shot. Each bullet just comes out individually, so it just does nothing.
So as you can see, it's pretty strong already.
Yeah. That shield means nothing. You just slice through
I
it.
haven't even really built this towards its maximum efficiency yet. It's already shredding things. Alright, so we're going to get targeting now, because we're going to get convergence, which will lower some of the damage of our individual shots, but we're going to get more shots, which means
more barrage.
More barrage, and it's going to give us some decent homing, which is nice. Bye, everybody. So, I have a lot of mods to get to really get this online, but once it goes online, it's pretty devastating. And while I did say Barrage might be my new favorite over Essence Sap, I still need Essence Sap for this build.
Ooh, Mastery.
Mastery is good. I think I want to get Homing Strike first, just to start getting the other one online. So we're just gonna shoot little, like, inconsequential little dingle shots off to the sides. Yeah, I mean, what would you call it?
Is that a scientific term?
Yeah, you know, it's a dingle shot. Also, I'm just bullying this guy back and forth across the screen. Yeah, let's start working on getting Essence Sap now, because I'm going to be doing some more self-damagey stuff. So I'm going to need Essence Sap. I'm going to want to get Core Shielding. All that fun stuff. Oh, there's Core Shielding. I'd much prefer to have this. Fusillade I'm not going to get, because I don't believe it actually increases my DPS. It makes me fire faster, but the increased spread of weapons means that the variance gets wonky, and between reducing the weapon damage and the velocity, I don't think it adds to my damage. I could be wrong, I haven't completely crunched the numbers, but that's what I believe.
Yeah, I mean, that's Fusillade in general.
I'll get Mastery.
Generally speaking, you take Fusillade to just fill the screen with more projectiles. So anything that, like Barrage, where it's more about firing in a specific area, Fusillade is likely not right anyway. I like how you're basically just shoving him in the direction of your choice.
Yeah, we just bully people with this weapon. So we just kind of go boop, 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 boop. And done.
That is
okay.
all kinds of not nice.
How
How does Splinter work with that? Is that just...
Oh, it works quite well. We'll be getting Splinter, don't you worry.
You just need other things first.
Alright, so this will reduce our velocity, rate of fire, and total projectile size, but it doesn't reduce the weapon damage. The velocity is a slight damage hit per shot, but the additional shots and the homing.
You think the homing is worth it?
Yes.
Because that is nearly double your spread.
And notice how wide the shots come out now. But with the homing, it's fine, because they'll all home in on the target.
See, I've always tended to avoid that because the damage seemed like it was such a drastic reduction.
No. Well, like I said, it doesn't actually lower your weapon damage at all. It lowers the velocity, which specifically for railgun reduces its damage a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll get Splinter. It's going to reduce our rate of fire a little bit. But splintering on all of our mini shots is pretty cool. And we will be getting Warp Strike with this build, so I'm going to have to start building towards that too. I love the sound it makes. I don't know if you can hear it currently, James. The audience will be able to hear it, but it sounds like a machine gun. It's just da 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 da.
Nice.
Yeah, let's work on the adaptive armor, because once I get the old core shielding up, I'll get siege weaponry, and then I'm going to get saturation fire, which is, again, not something that you would think, but after talking with some folks on the old internets, doing some testing, it actually is quite powerful. Because if you remember, saturation fire takes convergence and allows you to do it with a rapid fire thing.
Yeah.
But what convergence does, it increases the targeting and the rate of fire, or not the rate of fire, the velocity. And increasing the velocity increases the damage.
Right.
So we'll get channeling here. I haven't even picked a shield. I'll pick a shield eventually. I'm like, unless I'm doing a build that like very specifically involves the shield, you know, I'm never really thinking about the shield that much.
At that HP chunk.
This could be going faster if I had other things that I got first, but it's still not bad. I have another build that I'll be doing soon that actually makes all of this look like a joke.
Yeah?
Yeah. But you'll have to wait for next week for that one. Dramatic pause.
Dun, dun, dun.
Alright, so we got the core shielding, so now I can get the siege engine action going. I have all of the prerequisites to do it safely. And then I will probably immediately start working on Warp Strike. I'll get Calibrate because I'll need that in a couple of minutes. It's like it does nothing for me right this second.
Yeah, Calibrate is
But
much better for a single shot thing.
Until you get Saturation Fire.
Right.
Let's reroll. Alright, Siege Weaponry. So now the longer we hold down the trigger, the faster we're going to shoot. No, you give me that XP. It's mine. I worked for it.
That said, did we ever figure out, does Barrage work with, oh shoot, what's the super mod that comes off of Siege Weaponry? The
Saturation Fire, the one that I was talking about
yeah.
the whole time. The one that we just had a long conversation about.
Look, I missed it. I wasn't. I misunderstood. I thought I was thinking of a different talent. I don't know.
Say, like, we had this discussion. This one, Saturation Fire.
Yeah.
So you're gonna calibrate as siege weaponry comes up. Calibrate. Reduces your weapon projectile spread, improves targeting, and increases total weapon velocity, which for us with a railgun increases damage.
Yes.
So now we're a bullet hose of death.
You can actually see it there. So like that was my issue before, was when we first started testing this, I remember being like, it doesn't really make the shots seem to come out any faster. But as I'm looking at this now, it is absolutely significantly reducing the spread on those shots.
Yeah, and like I said, increased velocity, and then with increased velocity comes increased damage.
Yeah.
Kaboom.
Kaboom!
Alright, so what do we need for Warp Strike?
Well, certainly not efficiency.
No. We need Blink. So let's start getting Blink. And then I'll probably have to invest in some more defensive talents eventually. But that's boring. I like to live on the edge. Deadly Wake.
Oh yeah, Deadly Wake.
And then from here we'll get Blink. And then I'll look at Blink to see what the other prerequisite is. Because I always forget.
I'm pretty sure it's one of the targeting things that we already have.
Maybe. Hi, Fisty Magoo. How you doing?
That was unkind.
I have a build that can kill him faster, James.
Yeah.
Wait till next week. Start the buzz early.
Look, man, did you? Can you kill him better than?
Okay. Oh, we just need to snipe, which you already have.
Yes. Can you kill him on the first frame that he shows up? I don't think so.
Not the first frame. I'll never be able to top a Comet's DPS.
That is true.
I can get darn close, though. Alright, so we got our Blink, which is always nice just because it's a Blink. Like we can dodge some stuff. All right, warp strike. So now our shots will warp through space and time.
Oh jeez.
So anyone we miss won't be missed.
Won't be missed for long.
Let's see. What else do we need here? Like a proper shield, probably at some point.
Yeah.
Just get some hull strength.
Hull strength is simple but effective.
I know there's a fancy way of doing this where you get the Gemini protocol thing, and you go like with shields, and you do something fancy with taking damage that immediately gets healed, and you're fine, and everything's cool. And I'm explaining it really poorly because I'm playing the game, and it's hard for me to walk and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
Man, does anyone even get that reference? Like,
I make a lot of old references that no one's gonna get, James. You know that.
I know, but
faster shield cooldown.
Duke Nukem's had like one game in the past decade, and it was trash.
Duke Nukem stole that reference from a different movie, James. It's not a Duke Nukem reference. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. This is a line that Duke Nukem stole. The movie, I believe, is called They Live, and it starred Rowdy Roddy Piper.
You might have been the only person in existence to see that.
It's quite famous.
I've never heard of it.
Well, you haven't heard of movies in general, so you're a bad choice.
You know what? Fair. There are a lot of popular movies that I have not seen. But I've usually at least heard of the movies that I haven't seen.
I mean, this movie wasn't particularly good or famous in and of itself. It's more famous for the line and, you know, Roddy Roddy Piper being in it.
Oh, that's so much XP over on that other side.
Yeah, we'll get there. Volatile shields.
Also, your good buddy Seraph's about to show up.
Okay, cool.
You've got like 2 waves, I think.
I haven't found a cool shield yet. I think I want to get the reflect shield just for like maximum safety shield.
The reflect shield is pretty sad. It's fine. I feel like those are your 2 options: are reflect shield for safety or amp shield for rage.
Yes.
There he is.
And I feel like I do enough damage where I don't need to worry too much about it.
Wow, your resistance sap is well over time there.
Oh man, look at all the spinny Jews there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to kill him in that, so now I have to kind of dance with him for a minute. Well, there's amp. I could go amp. Probably a bad idea though.
It's a terrible idea.
Let's get force armor because it doesn't make me big and slow.
Yeah, nice and safe.
Oh wow, he adjusted very quickly to that.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, I'm gonna blink over here, and he's gonna miss, and he's just like, I got you in my sights. People will get that reference, right? That's contemporary. James is like, I don't get the reference.
Nah, I get the reference. There you go. Good job.
Dad 76.
Yeah.
Okay. So
get over here and get your healing.
we're past the big boy. Now it's just as many small boys as we can take until we die. Until the big boy comes back, I guess.
Right.
Just kind of shoot a couple of shots in every direction. They'll find a target.
Is this... Now the real question is this build really the way to do it, or would it be better to go with the that body, in fact, right there, and shoot these...
Oh, hey, look, reflect.
Spinning off your 2 sides.
Now that I have Warp Strike, maybe, but... I like the concentrated effort.
Yeah. Just watching you in testing, I really enjoyed seeing you just hold down the fire button, spin in a circle, and just put bullets everywhere.
It looked great, but it was very inefficient.
Also, that body makes it hard to see which way is forward.
The Corsair body, not the body I'm using now.
Correct. This is just the assault body. This is like...
Yeah, the Corsair body is difficult to figure out which direction you're facing because you know how we got this pointed beam of light that shows me where I'm going? That actually shows you where you're shooting. So the Corsair has two on the left, or two each, one on the left, one on the right, to show you that you fire straight left and straight right. But it doesn't do a terribly good job of telling you which way is forward. Right. So,
especially because, again, with the Corsair, one of the best things to do is just hold down the fire button and spin in a circle. And then once you've done that, it's like, all right, now I no longer know which way is forward.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm lost. Alright, so, as you can see, this makes short work of anyone that I don't particularly like at the moment.
Yeah, you pick a thing, you look at it, hold down the fire button, and it goes away.
Just gonna pick up all this XP.
It's because Railgun does a ton of damage, and you got it with a lot of help to do many angry Railgun shots.
So, with a lot of the new stuff, it's hard for me to quantify exactly how well I'm doing comparatively to other builds, just because with the new multiplier, things are harder but worth more points. So usually I'm able to look at my score and be like, okay, well this kind of compares up to that. And now things are slightly harder and worth more, so I don't know how well things line up, like how well would previous builds stack up. On top of, the fact that, various changes have been made just to various builds and whatnot.
True.
Let's see. Do some shield
I gotta
power.
say, it's so satisfying to see Juggernaut and Streamline just sitting next to each other like that. And
actually, we're gonna go for Gemini. Even if I don't go crazy shield stuff, I have a fairly chunky shield, and with all of my shots recovering health, if I can take health damage in lieu of shield damage and then heal the health damage, I will live longer.
Yeah, that's true.
There's more cheesy ways of cheesing out the system, but like I said, it requires thinking, and I can't think and play at the same time.
Yeah.
I can barely just think all on its own.
And I mean, look at this build. You don't think with this build, you point and shoot.
So let's see if we can't re-roll our way into it. Oh, I can do conversion. Alright, Gemini Protocol. So now all of our damage will be split evenly among our shield and our hull, which means that my self-damage will also be split evenly.
Yep. But overall, I believe the end result basically means your shield gets significantly stronger because of how much self-healing you've got.
Yeah, I also have channeling, which will make the reflectier, I guess.
Yeah, true.
It's like, in that respect, having the reflect shield isn't the best shield in the world, but hey.
Man.
Pew 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 pew. Oh,
He's
half of you survived. Oops. Don't want to be doing too many screen wraps, but it's fine.
Yeah, screen wraps do still hurt you, but you know. Oh, this guy's trying to surround you.
Yeah, but these aren't even the.
Yeah, those are the little
mine boys.
Yeah.
And then I reflected a shot back at him. That'll learn him. And pop. Alright. Where am I at on waves? I feel like I'm getting pretty up here.
You're about a 142 right now, give or take.
Okay.
The Juggernaut showing up was 141, and then it was 140, and then it immediately jumped to 141. So he must have been like his own wave or something. I don't know.
We've hit level 40. Let's get reflective shields. Why not?
Works well with reflect shield.
Reflexive shield with reflect shields?
Yeah.
Oh man, look at all that XP. Sweet, delicious XP.
Yep.
Again, not mine boys.
Yep, baby celestials.
I'll reflect it back at you, even though you're dead. Teach you a lesson from the afterlife. Just blow them up quickly before they can start trouble.
Yeah.
Alright.
The game is trying very desperately to get an eclipse on screen
Well,
for more
stop
than a
it.
few seconds.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah, considering how far above level 100 you are, I'm honestly surprised that we haven't seen another sign recently.
Give it time.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay.
You're in real bad shape, and then you screen wrapped, which is terrifying.
No, screen wrapping can't kill you.
It's current HP, not max HP. Okay.
And then we're just gonna heal up.
Jeez.
We're just gonna heal up.
Holy crap! Did anyone else see how fast that health went up? That was stupid.
So there's an argument for going Omni Shield. I'm not going to, but there's an argument for it.
What just happened? Did you replay that health bar for a second there? Holy crap!
Do I want Juggernaut? Do I want to be slower?
It slows you. Well, yeah, take Juggernaut and then take Streamline. They basically cancel each other out. Well, you end up with the benefits of both while canceling out the detriments.
I should get Blast Radius so I can work my way towards Rupture. Not that I need it, but it's just something to do.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's like I could just save up for Ataraxia, but it's gonna take so long between levels now that saving up for it now is probably not worth it.
You should work towards you're trying to get Last Stand.
You.
Look, I just want to show it off. You're pretty much done with talents.
All right. If I level up again, I'll look for Last Stand.
Just to have it.
What did I just take? Oh, hello.
Oh, they have 170. 170 is when he shows up now?
I think he can just show up whenever he dang well pleases.
Oh.
Sort of is. Oh, I screen wrapped by accident.
You screen wrapped by accident, and I think you blinked.
Well, I blinked on purpose.
Well,
that time I didn't screen wrap. He screen wrapped.
He shoved you through a screen wrap. That time you screen wrapped on your own.
Okay.
You just screen wrapped like 6 times in a row.
That could have been better. I'm scared. No! Stop!
You screen wrapped twice.
Please!
Oh, your shield
Oh,
is
stop! He just wouldn't let me go.
He grabbed you and said, "Hey, this will be fun."
That wasn't very nice.
Oh, that was glorious. He was like, "Oh, you have Warp Strike. Let's have fun with this." Picked you up and carried you through like 4 more screen wraps.
Well, I wasn't doing myself any favors. I'd just barely screen wrap 12 times.
Yeah. You don't want to ride the line like that.
So, yeah, if I wasn't being an absolute scrub, I could have taken that further.
Yeah, but
Not
still,
bad. Not quite my top 10. Although, admittedly, while practicing for this run, I did get a top 10.
Yeah, and that one easily would have been a top 10 just now. You were at like 810 something.
Yeah, I'm a scrub. Don't worry about it.
You just...
Don't worry about it. I'm a scrub lord.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
It's a really fun build. It's a really cool build. It does a lot of damage. But like I said, next week, I'm going to show y'all a build that can do a lot of damage.
Is it a singular strike?
It might. It might have something to do with singular strike.
Singular strike is so good.
So, we'll show off some real big damage. But we'll do it next time.